Most people overcomplicate investing. They spend years trying to pick the next Tesla, the next Nvidia, or the next crypto that's going to 100 times. And after all that stress, most of them still underperform the market. Meanwhile, there's a boring strategy quietly creating millionaires every single year. Index funds. That's it. No trading all day. No staring at charts. No trying to predict the economy. Just buying index funds consistently and waiting. And that's probably what you should do too. Because the biggest lie in investing is that you need to be smart to get rich. You don't. You need discipline. An index fund is simple. Instead of trying to pick one winning company, you buy a tiny piece of hundreds of companies at once. When you buy something like the S&P 500 index fund, you own companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and hundreds more. So instead of betting on one company, you bet on the entire economy growing over time. And historically, that has worked insanely well. The average person thinks investing is about getting rich fast, but real wealth is usually built slowly. The problem is, people quit too early. They invest for 6 months, the market drops, they panic, sell everything, and then say investing doesn't work. Meanwhile, wealthy people keep buying because they understand something important. Market crashes are normal. In fact, crashes are where long-term investors make the most money. When prices fall, index fund investors don't panic. They buy more. Because if you believe the economy will be bigger in 10, 20, or 30 years, then temporary crashes are discounts. That mindset shift changes everything. And here's the part most people ignore. You do not need a huge income to build wealth. If you invest consistently every month, even small amounts can grow into something massive over time. At first, the progress feels slow, but eventually your investments start growing faster and faster, and that's when the game changes. Because investing is really about buying freedom. Every share you own is an asset working for you 24/7. And the more assets you buy, the more your money works without you. Now compare that to how most people live. They increase their lifestyle every time they make more money. Bigger car, bigger apartment, more subscriptions, more debt. So even though their income goes up, their wealth never does. Index fund investing forces you to think differently. Instead of spending every extra dollar, you buy assets. You buy ownership. You buy future cash flow. And over decades, that becomes life-changing. Now, does this mean index funds are exciting? No, they're actually pretty boring. But boring is good in investing because excitement usually loses people money. The people constantly jumping in and out of stocks, following financial influencers, and chasing hype usually end up exhausted and broke. The investors quietly buying index funds every month, they're the ones retiring early. And here's the funniest part. Most professional investors can't even beat index funds consistently. That's why even billionaire investors recommend them, because simple beats complicated more often than people think. So if you're confused about investing, if you don't know what stocks to buy, and if you don't want to spend your life staring at charts, there's a very good chance the best strategy is this. Please, just buy index funds and retire. If you want help finding high-quality stocks and investments, I put together a free, simple stock screener you can use right now. You'll find it in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content on money, investing, and financial freedom.